Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to a brand new GeoOB video here today on the channel. And today, me and B will be running you through some big news in the GeoGuessr community as Namibia has been added officially, which is, yeah, it's pretty big news. This happened, I think, yesterday, so we've tried to get the video out as soon as possible for you guys. If you do enjoy the content, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and also hit that bell so you don't miss any of our future uploads. And I think we're just going to be playing maybe 10 rounds here, sort of get a feel for the location, and maybe walk you guys through any meta we already know or anything we know about it, such as this pickup truck, which will be the car taking you around, sometimes blurred as well, and then also these yellow plates you can see in the distance.
Yeah, yellow plates is quite interesting, I think, for Namibia, because obviously there's not many places with yellow plates.
Yeah.
I think it'll definitely be a helpful one for distinguishing it between other countries.
Yeah, especially like Botswana and maybe that sort of northern South Africa area.
Yeah. And speaking of which, I would say that this round here looks fairly similar to Botswana. I think some of the sand at the side of the road definitely reminds me of maybe parts of western Botswana.
I like that as well. I think I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna put on your screen just now a little, I want to say diagram. It's got all the official locations pinpointed. There isn't that many, so this image, if you're just learning Namibia, can be quite helpful to kind of remember where you should be guessing and where you shouldn't be guessing.
I think as well some of the vegetation here is quite interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just looking. Oh, that looks like the round's going to end actually here.
Yeah.
A little guess. Oh, this one was up in the panhandle.
It was up here.
It did look somewhat green, would make sense to the vegetation.
Yeah.
And it was also very close to Botswana actually.
Next round here, very kind of flat. Got this sort of blurred pickup now, and the yellow plate we mentioned, although quite common. Yeah, you will see hills in the distance. I feel like this could be this kind of western sort of desert area.
Yeah, I think it's probably just fairly central somewhere. Definitely some kind of desert. Little guess here.
Yeah, I'll drop one just down here. Not too. We were pretty close to each other, not too far away.
Yep. Solid scores all around there. Yeah.
Here again, we've got the blur. We've got, it is quite green, not too green.
And again, I think we've got the sand again, which is kind of what I was talking about last time, which is definitely what you see in Botswana, the sort of treadable sand.
Yeah.
Where, you know, if you stepped in that, you know, it'd kind of leave a footprint. I think I might guess up in the panhandle again. I think it looks.
Yeah, it looks
quite somewhat similar to last time.
I think I might guess quite near it. Maybe near Cowdom National Park. Maybe a bit more south, like here.
Ooh, and it's just in the middle there.
Yeah.
Over by Rehoboth.
Yeah, it's a weird one, because that did look very similar to the one we just had.
It did, yeah.
Sort of panhandle. This
seems like an interesting country, to say the least.
But I don't doubt that there'll be some more meta, kind of more well-known meta released in the coming days. Do you know what language they speak in Namibia?
I don't know actually. I think it might be some. It could be like a native language. It might be some form like Afrikaans or something. I'm actually not sure though.
It's a strange one. Where are you thinking for this one? It looks like we're kind of in more of a town here.
It does look like that. I would just say we're probably somewhere near the middle. I don't really see what this could really be.
Might just
It looks
go in the capital.
quite flat actually for Namibia.
Yeah. Soil looks quite a bit more red than the round we just had. Don't know. I don't know what that means. Maybe I'll go all the way up here. Congo. No, on the complete other side.
Oh, it's southeast
Over
there.
in Iran, yeah. So you had
Yeah, I
the
did
sign
see
for
that. Yeah, I did see that one. But we're not really going to find that. That's not really what this is about.
Exactly. Okay, so they're bollards, aren't they? The
That
little
is
yellow
very
bit on it.
interesting.
You don't see bollards in a lot of the African countries, do you?
No, you
Especially
don't.
those. Like, I don't think there's any in Botswana or South Africa.
No, I don't believe so. So that'd be quite interesting.
Drive it left in Namibia as well. Don't know
Yeah,
how helpful
just
that'll
like the other
actually
ones to the
be.
south.
Yeah.
Probably not. It'll be helpful actually. Maybe distinguishing it from other parts of the world, maybe like the Middle East somewhere. But
yeah, because these sort of deserted rounds probably do look a bit dry.
yeah,
So
maybe not this one specifically. I think this one is quite
yeah.
a lot like Southern Africa, but other ones maybe.
Yeah. Again, I don't really know. I kind of want to go kind of near South Africa though.
These hills are quite interesting, just the formation of them, I think.
Are you talking about the ones kind of northwest?
I was talking about the one kind of northeast, but
oh yeah,
one we can see quite a lot of the actual rock and that. I think I'll probably just go for my guess here.
Do you reckon that's a palm tree northwest? Which would be quite interesting.
It could be. Almost looks like a little bit. Yeah, maybe. I don't know actually.
Sure, I'll go around here near Alps. No, not at all. Oh, you're pretty close to be fair.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad guess there. Kind of felt just sort of a vibe there. I'm not too sure why.
Yeah,
but
I'm not going to try and pronounce the town that it's next to, but you get the general idea.
Yeah.
Round 6 here. And this, yes, I would almost say this one looks like Southern Africa as well. Looks quite.
We've got these tabletop mountains.
Yeah.
Which I think
common in Lesotho and South Africa.
Yeah, kind of common around that region. I guess would probably be common in Namibia if we're seeing all of these here.
And also these poles. They're the ones near that kind of northwestern South Africa region. Correct me if I'm wrong.
What, these insulator ones?
Yeah.
I think they're more just northern kind of South Africa.
Yeah.
I think more common in like the northeast, but you definitely can see them up in northwest by the Namibian border.
Also, I'm just wondering, I'm looking at this backup sign and it's looking a bit...
It's looking very interesting, yeah.
Might be specific, or whether that's just someone's messed up on that specific sign.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to probably wait and find out, but this could be a meta. I mean, even just the double signpost itself I think is interesting. But yeah, I do see that sort of weird formation on the back of it. Just looks very odd.
Yeah.
It definitely is a somewhat hilly region here, so I have to make my guess accordingly.
Over here, near Witchput, so I'm guessing quite south again.
I'm guessing fairly south as well, actually. I'm guessing over by Sinclair Mine.
And now, I feel like just all from where we guessed up the center and then over to there is just quite hilly, and then you've got this sort of desert along the coast.
Yeah, I think
you can kind of see the outline here with this sort of lighter area compared to this darker area.
Yeah, I think along by that coast there'll be one of the flattest bits, but obviously that bit was right by the mountains.
Yeah, it'd be quite.
But yeah, to the west there we could have seen it was quite flat where the coast was.
This soil sand is almost looking orange.
It looks very orange, you're right. Maybe a lot of dead vegetation here.
Yeah, very flat as well this round, which is a bit strange compared to previous rounds. Which makes you think we're almost not in this kind of central bit. Also, I don't have anything to back up my statement.
It feels like there's a decent level of vegetation here. Maybe some of it dying from lack of water, maybe, because we are clearer than a desert. But I'm not sure. I might go. I think I'm gonna go near. Oh, I've got no chance of saying that, so I'm not even gonna bother.
I'm going near this.
I can't say that went very well. I did look over there actually.
Akatua.
Yeah.
Sort of this kind of Round 8 here. I think it's on 10 rounds, so we will just play 10. And here we're in town, and I mean this is in English, but I don't think.
Yeah, I think there'll be a decent bit of English, I'd expect.
Yeah. I mean, this plate east isn't yellow. I think that's just on that car, but whether that's something.
Yeah, probably just maybe a traveling car, but it could be something else.
This stop sign doesn't have the double. However, its stop signs usually do just have the kind of single.
It does give us a little road number here, I think, with the 4. I'm assuming that's a road number.
Where am I? Oh yeah, that could be quite useful. Maybe just zoom in on the map a bit. I don't see any.
I don't see any numbers kind of in that format. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's really worth looking for it. I'd rather guess off the landscape, I think, anyway. Which is rather interesting.
It looks like quite a. If you look kind of southwest, it looks almost like a bigger, kind of maybe even a city. And you've got these sort of pyramid-shaped mountains.
Yeah, I was seeing them. I was wondering what they were. But I mean, there's 10 seconds left in this round here, so we should probably make a guess.
I think I'm gonna go quite north. A lot of these place names beginning with O. I don't know. I mean,
could be to do with the language, I think.
Much, but yeah.
Right in the middle. It was just Windhoek. Yeah.
I should have got that because of the sort of big town, but obviously that's our very first time seeing it. So.
I do feel with enough practice, these kind of locations will become quite learnable if you play them enough.
Yeah. Got Ying Tree Preschool.
Every school. And we've got a little address there. Ndama seems to be the town, I'd say.
Yeah. Obviously it doesn't help us very much, but if we get to know the location a bit better, because it's definitely not a small country, but also I don't feel like there's that many kind of predominant place names.
No, there's not too many. I could only have told you one place before going into this, which would be the capital.
Yeah. Yes. Even that I would have struggled to remember a wee bit. This is giving me sort of those Botswana vibes. It makes me want to go up near the top again.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. I don't know if I will go all the way up in the Panhandle though.
Yeah, I mean I have done, but I haven't really got any right so far. So.
Thinking over by this big green section, one of the only really kind of big green section.
Yeah, I think I know.
Sort of near there somewhere. So I'm just gonna guess. And I think it looks like it'll be out between us there, but we definitely sort of got that. Yeah, it wasn't even in Dama.
Yeah.
We had no hope of finding that one.
Yeah, can't even see an Ndama nearby. Maybe
that must have been like a second address.
Yeah. Alright, final round here. And
this looks very South African, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially with this sort of road sign. Keetmanshoop and Berseba.
Yeah.
And then we've got a single signpost there, which is obviously quite different. And we've got a double one here as well. That's a sort of bigger sign. Another bollard there. Just this round is filled with sort of meta, really.
It is, yeah. And I'll be honest, I've just opened up the map and I have seen Keetmanshoop. It's quite a
big place. I've got it as well. Yeah.
Obviously, from looking at the south of how South African this looks.
And then we've also got
very big place, it seems.
Berseba. That one I will be a harder one to find. so we don't know much about it. You know, with that we've got our road name and stuff.
Doesn't seem like there's too many roads around the country. It doesn't seem like they've got too many.
Yeah, still can't find the one we're on the.
No, I'm not too sure.
We're just pretty much in.
Yeah, fair enough.
Shoot. Yeah, I think to end it off, I might go on to Street View and just kind of, because we didn't get one of those really.
Yeah, I've heard about the mountain
desert rounds. Yeah, or the mountain rounds. So there was a couple of them that we maybe could have got.
Because I've heard the mountains look similar to Oman, and with the pickup as well, it could be obviously not the worst 50-50 in the world, because you do have metas like the sun, and I think actually I was gonna say plates, but I think Oman, they might use yellow plates as well actually. But I think Namibia's ones are a bit lighter maybe. Did notice that.
Where's my guy? Here we go. Show me where I can go. I can go sort of here. We're on this is obviously unofficial coverage. We're on a
I don't think it's
here. That's kind of a good view of the mountains we were sort of talking about. Obviously, we could.
Oh yeah, they are lovely.
Inside. Yeah, this one quite blurry. See unofficial coverage, so you're never going to see this car. But yeah, sort of mountains we were talking about, and then if I just put somewhere kind of here is the desert that I was mentioning. This can definitely be mistaken for sort of Oman type area. Anyway guys, that'll be it from GOV. If you did enjoy, make sure to smash that like and subscribe. And that's bye from me.
That's bye from me.
See you.